Alrighty, so we have the interim title fight. So it's Ciryl Gane versus Derrick Lewis. Ciryl Gane has a 1 inch height advantage and a 4 inch reach advantage. Break down the striking of these two. So for Ciryl Gane, he's got a very refined kicking game, very nice kicking game. And he has very good range management as well, good footwork. Derrick Lewis, he doesn't have the best footwork, kind of very flat-footed, easily backed up onto the fence where, when you're backed up onto the fence, there's basically, you're taking away a lot of your directions, like that you can go. You can't go back any further, so Ciryl doesn't have to worry about that. Backing up and then stopping on a dime, then throwing something over the top. But, he's either going to go left, right, or straight. And, if he goes straight, I think Ciryl Gane, his footwork's very good and he's going to be able to angle off or just move back even quicker than Derrick Lewis. But yeah, it is what it is. I think it's going to be a big difference in footwork and movement. Ciryl Gane definitely has a speed advantage as well. He's got, very quick with his kicks. Just everything's very quick for a heavyweight. Nice stiff jab. The Biggie Boy fight was just a showcase of the jab pretty much, but his lead hand does drop after throwing it, so he does have to watch out for that counter two of Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis, he's basically trying to land one of those big right hand bombs. Like, he's not the most technical striker or anything like that. He's not gonna set many traps or anything like that. He's just going for counters, and if he does land more than often, you're going out or you're just getting severely hurt by it. He likes the counter two when the opponents go for a kick. Ciryl Gane is very good at getting his head off center line, but also very good at, being away from his opponent when he does kick. He's got a nice side kick and southpaw, body kick and southpaw teeps to the body. He's very good at, using his length when he is kicking and just being out of range of the counters of his opponent. I just think his striking defense is very good in general. In the pocket, he has very good head movement, good vision. His hands, I'd say primarily he uses his kicks the best. That's his best weapon. But he does have hands as well. Nice slip too. He's generally using his boxing for counters. So if the opponent overextends on a right overhand, he'll look to, slip or pull back and then, throw a two there. Slip two if he slips the jab. But yeah, good head movement in regards to his boxing. But also, yeah, really nice kicks. How these guys win fights. So for Ciryl Gane, he's got good fight IQ. I think that's pretty much how you have to fight Biggie Boy, very cautiously, and I think he's going to take the same kind of game plan into this fight. But yeah, he's shown very good fight IQ and good patience and just composure for someone of his level. He's 9-0. He's only had 9 MMA fights, but he's shown very good composure. Also good striker defense and good pacing. And for Derrick Lewis, he's got a good chin, but, the main thing is he's got insane KO power. How these guys lose fights, so for Derrick Lewis, he has poor takedown defense, and he can be a little low volume. He's if he doesn't land a bomb, he's getting out volume. He's just getting outworked. But yeah, it is what it is. That's his style. Path to victory for these two. For Ciryl Gane, look to feint him back to the fence and look to keep him there. Look to feint quite a bit to draw out that right hand of Derrick Lewis, because he's going to be looking to counter with it. Wait for him to lower his level. So, if you feint a lot, he's going to be lowering his level in anticipation for the counter that he's about to throw. But yeah, as soon as he, lowers his level, then he's about to throw. And you can either dodge that or you can wait till he, comes back up and then you can land your offense from there. Just basically the strategy that you used in the Biggie Boy fight. Like the jabs, the teeps, the side kicks, just distance techniques and just techniques that are not going to get you in trouble. You really don't want to be in close range with this guy. He's just too dangerous. Kick the legs. Probably smart to use the lead leg to kick Derrick Lewis's legs. Puts yourself in less danger, plus there's less telegraph for the counters of Derrick Lewis. No punches to the body. Don't bother with that low percentage technique. And just be cautious when you do hurt him, or if you do hurt him to the body, in quotation marks, because the dude just plays possum way too much, and I can't believe he still gets away with it, and he still catches people with that same shit. It only works at heavyweight. No other division you're getting away with that shit. But yeah, he just plays possum way too much, so just watch out if you do get him hurt, in quotation marks. And for Derrick Lewis, try and get in his head pre-fight. Try and get him to be aggressive, in the fight. You want to try and, get him to walk onto your thing. So just, try and get in his head. Just be very disrespectful pre-fight, and just, very, just try and get him angry and that kind of stuff. And for Derrick Lewis, be aggressive. Come forward, put some pressure on, try and land your shots. You have a big power advantage in this one. I think you should try and be the enforcer in this one. Look for the right hand over the jab. As I said before, his lead hand does drop after he throws the jab, so look out for that. Alright, so how I see this fight going. So Gane, he's played it very cautiously as he's fought his way up the rankings, and I think it would be intelligent to do the same thing here. Like, he's definitely going to get booed for this performance, but, fuck the fans anyway. Like, it's in Houston, they're going to boo you anyway. They're going to cheer for Derrick Lewis as their hometown guy. So, he's not going to buy into the booing or whatever. He seems very composed. I don't think he's going to be affected by the moment. A big headlining spot, I don't think it's going to affect him too much. But yeah, fuck the fans anyway. Like, they have a short-term memory. They're not going to remember this fight in like 2 years or, 2 fights later. So just think long-term. Don't be affected by the moment. I don't think he's going to do it anyway. So what Curtis Blaydes was doing in round 1, and, up until he got knocked the fuck out, and what Volkov was doing for 14.5 minutes is exactly what I think Gane is going to look to do. Keep Lewis pressed against the fence, pick your shots, and just win the minutes. And I think, yeah, he can absolutely do that. I'm going to be frank here. Like, Lewis, he needs a bomb. He needs a bomb to land. And it's going to be a hard thing to do. If he's the one getting backed up against the fence the whole time, his options are limited, but that's just generally how he fights. But, that's the thing with Lewis. Like, he only needs one. He only needs one to land in 25 minutes. So, Lewis could obviously catch him with a big bomb or a big right hand, but I think he's going to have a harder time landing it than he does usually. The fight being in the bigger octagon massively favors Gane, in my opinion. Like, the dude can move like a bantamweight, plus he's shown very good head movement in the pocket. Lewis is not going to give him too much to think about, but, it's just such a small margin for error when you're facing Derrick Lewis. Like, one shot, it could be night-night. But, Gane, he's showed very good head movement. Lewis, he's not a combination guy. You have to basically just block one at a time. So yeah, I don't think there's much to break down in this one. I think Gane is superior everywhere, but Lewis just has that stupid power. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's the fight. Like, if Derrick Lewis can land a bomb, like, how often do you think he can land that? And then that's your odds right there. I love Derrick Lewis, but, don't get it twisted. He's very lucky to be a heavyweight, because his game, it would not work. His fighting style, it would not work in any other weight class. Any other sport, really. Like, he's not really an athlete. His gas tank is very limited. He's quite technically deficient. Very limited bag of tricks. He's never going to out-technique anybody. He's never going to win by implementing the perfect game plan. But, what he does have is ridiculous power. And he's lucky he has that, because if he didn't, he would probably never win a fight. So, yeah, I think he's lucky that he's a heavyweight. But, that's the thing with Derrick Lewis. He's just got crazy power. And Curtis Blaydes was just cruising. And then Lewis landed one shot and it's over. But, yeah, if you like Derrick Lewis in this spot, you might as well look at maybe Derrick Lewis KO round 1. Or as a pre-bet, and then look to live bet him after round 1, because you'll probably get a better line after round 1 than you'll currently get. I think you'll get like, $5, maybe $6 after round 1, because he's not going to win too many rounds. Like, Gane's going to win every minute of the fight. So yeah, if you like Lewis, go KO round 1 maybe, and then live bet him after round 1. I think that's the most optimal, way you'll get value out of betting Derrick Lewis in this fight. There's definitely going to be some terrifying moments if you're on Gane, if you're paying juice on Gane. When Lewis starts coming forward with reckless abandon, swinging haymakers because he realizes that's his only chance that he has on the feet. But he only has a handful of those moments and those bursts throughout the fight, and then he's out of gas. So, I do have Gane. I think he's likely going to play it safe, and he's going to just simply out kickbox Lewis from a distance, but it's going to be very sweaty, and you're just going to be holding your breath the whole time, because Lewis has crazy power, but, Gane's the better fighter, so he should win here. Alrighty, so if you guys could please like the video, really helps the channel get pushed. Just a simple click of the like goes a long way. You don't even realize how far it goes. Really gets the channel pushed and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so the prediction is Gane by decision. Yeah, I think he just kind of outpoints Lewis. I think the line's basically correct. Don't think there's any value on it at the moment. Gane's the better fighter, but the better fighter doesn't always win. And that's generally the case in Derrick Lewis fights. So yeah, I didn't mind Gane as a parlay piece at like $1.37 or minus 270 or whatever that is in the money line. Gane by decision. Let's have a look at that. I don't mind that. $3 or plus 200 basically. Lewis is very durable, and I see Gane being very cautious in this fight. The only way I see Gane finishing him really is like a flush head kick, or if he hurts him to the body. I don't know if Gane has the power to like put him out with the hands. Lewis does have a good chin, so I kind of like the decision line actually, instead of just paying juice, because we've seen, paying juice recently, it just hasn't paid off, has it? So yeah, I like that, and I like this fight.